There is a simple truth in life. What we put into our body becomes who we are, and yet many of us forget strength does not only come from movement, but from nourishment, from nature, from wisdom passed down quietly from generation to generation. Today, I want to share with you not just advice, but a reminder, a reminder that even in stillness, healing is possible. Even in silence, strength can return. One food, one decision, one moment of awareness can change how your legs feel, how you walk, and how you live. In just 12 hours, when we think about food, we often see it through the narrow lens of energy, calories, or simply something we consume to fill an empty stomach. But in truth, food is much more than that. It is a message, a signal, a language that speaks directly to our cells. It is not just fuel, it is medicine. What we eat becomes part of us. It shapes how we feel, how we think, and how we move. Ancient traditions across cultures have always understood this. In Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and other indigenous healing systems, food is not separated from treatment. A specific root, herb, or broth is given not just for nourishment, but to restore balance, heal the body, and bring clarity to the mind. Only in recent decades has the modern world begun to rediscover what these traditions have always known, that the body has an incredible ability to heal, and the process often begins on our plate. When it comes to leg strength, mobility, and energy, most people jump straight to exercise, and yes, movement is essential. But if the foundation, the nutrients, the building blocks are missing, the body cannot rebuild or repair what's broken. Muscle strength, circulation, nerve function, and even joint integrity are deeply affected by the foods we eat. Protein, yes, but also minerals like magnesium and potassium, vitamins like D and B12, anti-inflammatory compounds from roots and greens. These are the real tools the body uses to regain strength. Imagine your body is like a temple. Each part of it, including your legs, relies on daily maintenance. You can stretch the walls and clean the floors, but if the bricks themselves are crumbling, no amount of movement will be enough. The bricks must be replaced. Food is what replaces them. It brings in the raw material your body uses to create strength from the inside out. And the moment you start giving the right food, not just food you like, but food your body needs, something starts to change, slowly at first, then faster, and soon you notice that the pain is less, the steps are steadier, the weakness begins to fade. But not all foods are created equal. Some foods inflame, others heal. Highly processed, sugary, or chemically treated foods send the body into chaos. They create more damage than repair. They cloud the mind and slow the breath. In contrast, a single bite of something living, something natural, close to the earth, untouched by machines, can carry the intelligence of nature. It brings with it a kind of instruction, telling your cells how to function, how to repair, how to thrive. Science supports this too. We now know that certain foods can switch on healing genes, reduce systemic inflammation, and increase mitochondrial energy, all critical for leg strength and function. Foods rich in omega-3s, antioxidants, natural nitrates, and clean proteins help repair muscle tissue, restore blood flow, and reduce oxidative stress. These aren't just nutrients, they are medicinal compounds. When taken consistently and mindfully, they can create results that feel almost miraculous. There's something beautiful about this truth, that healing doesn't always come from the hospital or the pharmacy. Sometimes it comes from your kitchen, from your garden, from a wise decision made at your next meal. And perhaps the most powerful part is this: it's in your control. You decide what goes into your mouth, and with that decision, you begin to write the story of your healing. Leg strength is not just about physical training, it's also about cellular energy. Mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside your muscle cells, are activated and fed by certain nutrients. They need CoQ10, carnitine, iron, and a host of other cofactors to produce the energy that lets you rise from a chair, walk upstairs, or lift your foot with confidence. Without these, your muscles can't perform, no matter how much you try to move them. Food delivers those cofactors. There is a calmness in choosing the right food, a return to simplicity. It does not require loud declarations or dramatic diets. Often, the right food is humble: a single root, a fermented drink, a leafy green, something grown under sunlight in soil that remembers rain. When this kind of food enters your system, it does more than nourish, it realigns. It speaks to your body in a language older than memory, and slowly, gently, strength returns. Healing is not always loud. It doesn't always come with obvious signs or immediate results. Often, it begins in silence, deep inside the body, where processes shift and energy quietly rebalances. Natural recovery is not forced. It flows from within, and it begins the moment the body feels safe, supported, and nourished. Many people underestimate the body's natural intelligence, its ability to repair, to restore, to bring itself back into alignment when given the chance. The human body is not a machine that breaks and needs fixing. It is a living system, deeply interconnected and designed for self-healing. Think about how a cut on your skin closes, how a bone knows how to rejoin after a fracture, how you recover from a cold without conscious effort. That same intelligence is operating inside your joints, your muscles, your nervous system. The legs, often taken for granted, carry the weight of your entire life, literally and metaphorically. They are the pillars of your mobility, independence, and strength. But when leg strength starts to fade, many rush to external solutions, supplements, surgeries, aggressive routines, without pausing to ask, what is the body already trying to do on its own? When you stop and listen to your body, you realize it is always trying to heal. Every second, cells are regenerating, toxins are being processed, tissues are being rebuilt. And when you support this natural process, rather than interfere or ignore it, the results can be extraordinary. Recovery doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes it means doing less, creating space, letting the body breathe, allowing the nervous system to shift out of stress mode so it can move into repair mode. The parasympathetic state, often called rest and digest, is where true healing begins. Without it, no food or supplement can truly work its magic. Natural recovery also involves trust, trusting that your body is not your enemy, that weakness or pain is not a failure, but a message that something needs attention, adjustment, care. When your legs feel heavy or unstable, it may be more than just physical weakness. It could be poor circulation, nerve fatigue, electrolyte imbalance, or emotional exhaustion stored in the body. Natural recovery means looking at the full picture, not just the symptom, but the system. This is where breath, rest, nutrition, movement, and mindset all come together. Recovery is holistic. A deep breath oxygenates your blood, which nourishes your leg muscles. Gentle movement stimulates lymph flow, clearing waste. A warm meal rich in healing compounds sends vital nutrients to your bones and tendons. A quiet walk in nature resets the nervous system. Even sleep, often overlooked, plays a profound role in recovery. During deep sleep, the body releases growth hormone, rebuilds muscle tissue, strengthens the immune system, and clears inflammation. Without enough sleep, no recovery protocol will be complete. The legs, like every part of the body, are influenced by more than just what they do. They are influenced by what the whole body is doing or not doing. Natural recovery from leg weakness doesn't start in the legs. It starts in the gut, where nutrients are absorbed, in the heart, where blood is pumped, in the liver, where toxins are filtered, in the mind, where stress is processed. Strength flows from harmony, and when the systems of the body are working in harmony, strength returns naturally. You don't have to force recovery, you invite it, with every supportive choice. What you eat, how you breathe, how you rest, how you move, you invite the body to return to its natural rhythm. That rhythm includes healing, it includes renewal, and often it does not take months or years to begin. In as little as 12 hours, the body can shift dramatically. Inflammation can drop, circulation can improve, energy can rise, not because of something you added, but because of something you removed. Interference, stress, toxins, poor habits, disconnection. There is also something powerful about intention. When you move with the intention to heal, you activate a different pathway in the body. You align the mind with the body, and this alignment is what accelerates natural recovery. You begin to feel more aware, more connected, more empowered, and this awareness creates momentum. It tells the body, I am listening. I am helping. I am ready. The beauty of natural recovery is that it honors your body's timeline. It doesn't rush. It doesn't panic. It recognizes that strength built slowly, mindfully, and from the inside out tends to last longer. It doesn't break easily. It becomes part of who you are. Natural strength is quiet, but it is unshakable. And the moment you allow your body to lead the way, you step into a process that has always been yours to access. In a world that often celebrates extremes, intense workouts, dramatic diets, quick fixes, it's easy to forget the quiet power of consistency. We're conditioned to believe that more is better, that faster is superior, that bigger efforts bring bigger rewards. But when it comes to healing, rebuilding strength, and restoring health, especially in the body's foundation like the legs, the truth is often the opposite. Consistency beats complexity. Small, repeated actions done with care and intention create results that no one-time effort can match. The body doesn't respond best to sudden shocks or temporary intensity. It responds to rhythm, just as the sun rises and sets each day, just as your heart beats steadily moment after moment. Human body thrives on patterns. Muscles grow not from one hard session, but from repeated gentle stimulation. Joints regain mobility not from a single stretch, but from regular, mindful movement. And healing foods don't show their effects after one meal, but after days, weeks, and months of steady nourishment. When your goal is to regain leg strength, whether due to age, injury, or long periods of inactivity, the path forward is not found in pushing harder. It's found in showing up again and again. A 5-minute walk each day will do more for your recovery than an hour-long workout done once a week. 1 cup of healing tea daily will benefit you more than a detox cleanse followed by a return to bad habits. This is the wisdom of consistency, that it builds trust with the body. It tells your muscles, your bones, your nerves, I'm here for you. I will not abandon you, and over time the body responds. Leg strength especially benefits from this approach. The legs contain some of the largest muscle groups in the body. They require circulation, activation, and nourishment. When you engage your legs every day, even in a small way, you remind them how to work, you stimulate blood flow, you wake up nerves, you encourage muscle fibers to fire more efficiently. These changes might be invisible at first, but deep inside, the body is taking note. It is adapting, recalibrating, getting stronger. Consistency also rewires the mind. It shifts your identity. When you do something healing every day, even if it's small, you begin to see yourself as someone who takes care of their body. That internal shift is powerful. You no longer feel like you're fighting your weakness. You feel like you're building your strength. This mindset creates momentum. It becomes easier to keep going. You begin to crave the good habits because you feel the benefits. Your relationship with your body changes. You become allies, not enemies. This principle of consistency applies not just to movement, but to every aspect of healing. The foods you eat, the thoughts you think, the time you dedicate to rest, all of it compounds. A single night of good sleep won't change much, but quality sleep every night transforms your body's ability to repair. 1 glass of water won't change your hydration status, but drinking enough water daily revitalizes your tissues. 1 moment of calm won't erase stress, but practicing calmness regularly lowers your inflammation, steadies your heartbeat, and brings clarity to your decisions. Many people give up because they think small actions don't matter. They're looking for a breakthrough, a dramatic shift, a miracle, but the real miracle is how the body rewards patience, how it heals quietly in the background as long as you keep showing up. You don't need to understand every mechanism. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent, 1 step at a time, 1 decision at a time, 1 breath, 1 meal, 1 walk, 1 good choice after another. Even science agrees. Studies on neuroplasticity show that repeated actions literally reshape the brain. Habits become embedded in your nervous system. Muscles respond to regular stimuli with increased endurance and strength. Bones become denser with repeated pressure. The body adapts not to what you do once, but to what you do often. This is the biological truth behind consistency. Your body remembers patterns, it learns, it grows into what you give it. So if the path ahead feels slow, that's okay. If your steps are small, that's okay too. What matters most is that you keep walking, that you keep nourishing, that you keep choosing health every day in simple ways. Over time, those simple acts create powerful change. They rebuild strength that feels natural. They restore confidence in your legs. They help you feel grounded, mobile, capable, not because of one big change, but because of many small ones repeated with care. In modern life, strength is often measured by speed, size, or how much weight we can lift. But true strength, the kind that supports us day after day, often lives in stillness. It shows itself not in bursts of power, but in quiet endurance. It doesn't need to be loud to be real. And in fact, some of the most profound strength arises when we are still, present, and deeply connected to our own body. Stillness is not weakness. It is not passivity. Stillness is a space of awareness. It is where the mind and body can finally hear each other without distraction. In this space, the breath becomes your anchor, and every small sensation becomes a message. It is in stillness that we recognize where pain begins, where tension hides, and where healing is most needed. We spend so much of our lives rushing from one task to another that we rarely pause long enough to feel our own body fully. And when we don't feel, we cannot respond. When we cannot respond, we cannot heal. The legs, so often used and overused, are a part of the body that benefit deeply from stillness, not inactivity, but intentional stillness. This is the stillness that comes during a mindful stretch, a moment of seated breathing, or even just lying down and noticing the weight of your legs against the ground. In these moments, you allow your body to rest, recover, and recalibrate. Muscles relax, circulation improves, the nervous system calms down, and from that calm, strength can return. Leg strength is not just about physical exertion, it is about connection. You can go through all the right exercises, follow all the right advice, but if you are disconnected from your own body, the results will always be limited. Strength does not come from forcing, it comes from aligning. Stillness allows that alignment to happen. It reconnects your awareness with your breath with your posture, and your posture with your movement. Everything flows better from this place of calm when we are still. Parasympathetic nervous system becomes more active. This system is responsible for rest, digestion, and healing. It helps repair tissues, reduce inflammation, and restore hormonal balance. When your body is in this state, it begins to heal not only more efficiently, but more intelligently. Energy is no longer wasted on stress responses. It is directed toward regeneration. Muscles recover faster, joints feel less stiff, pain lessens, and mental clarity increases. Stillness also teaches discipline. It takes effort to be still. It takes awareness to be present without distraction. But the rewards are many. Through this discipline, we begin to understand the difference between movement that is reactive and movement that is conscious. Conscious movement, like gentle yoga, slow walking, or deep stretching, starts in stillness. It is guided not by habit, but by choice, and that choice builds strength that is rooted, sustainable, and balanced. There is also a spiritual quality to stillness. It reminds us that we are more than just bodies trying to perform. We are living systems trying to harmonize. The mind and the body are not separate. They are constantly influencing each other. A scattered mind creates a scattered body. A calm mind creates balance in the body. Through stillness, we bring the mind back to the body. We feel our legs not just as tools for walking, but as living extensions of who we are. We learn to respect them, to listen to them, to thank them for carrying us even when we didn't notice. Healing from leg weakness or instability doesn't always require hard training. Sometimes it begins by sitting quietly with your legs extended, gently massaging them, breathing into the places that feel tight or tired. Sometimes it's about noticing which movements cause strain and which bring relief. This noticing builds sensitivity, and sensitivity builds strength, not brute strength, but intelligent strength, the kind that prevents injury, the kind that restores confidence, the kind that lasts. Stillness also allows you to hear the subtle signals from Within, you begin to notice when you're pushing too hard, when you need to rest, when your body is ready to do more. These signals are always there, but in noise and movement, they get drowned out. In stillness, they rise, and when you respond to them with care, the body responds back with strength. In a culture that rewards non-stop doing, choosing stillness is a radical act, but it is in this space, quiet, mindful, intentional, that strength grows in a different way. It grows from understanding, from self-respect, from choosing what supports your body rather than what depletes it. And this kind of strength doesn't just change your legs, it changes the way you live. So in the end, what you eat, how you move, and how you rest, these are not just daily habits. They are decisions that shape your future. One simple food can be the beginning. One moment of stillness can be the turning point. One act of consistency can rebuild what once felt lost. And when you start to see your body not as something broken, but as something capable of healing, of regaining strength, of moving forward, you awaken something powerful within yourself. The strength you seek is not somewhere outside. It is already inside you, waiting to be remembered, nourished, and called back to life.